Hey everybody, I'm Matt Hill. I am with Knight Fire Specialists, and I am here at the Permian Basin International Oil and Gas Show to introduce people that really matter in our industry and our leaders. And just we're talking about technology, innovation. All this stuff is here at the Permian Basin Oil Show, so that they can share how we deliver affordable, reliable, and abundant energy to the planet. I'm so fortunate to introduce these two guests today, Kirk and Jim. Why don't you introduce yourself real quick? Jim, introduce yourself.
Sure, I'm Jim Wright. I'm one of the 3 Texas Railroad Commissioners.
Here, step up to the microphone real quick.
I'm Jim Wright, and I'm one of the 3 Texas Railroad Commissioners.
Thank you for what you do, Jim. You've got a major role in shaping policy and our ability to make sure that people have energy in their homes.
Oil and gas is very important in the state of Texas, and I take it very seriously.
Well, Kirk, introduce yourself as well.
I'm Kirk Edwards. I'm a past chairman of the Permian Basin Petroleum Association and run an oil and gas company called Latigo Petroleum, and we're mainly based up in the Texas Panhandle.
Man, I love what Latigo does. You guys have been super busy and a great reputation. You're bringing money back to your investors. That's a good thing.
I appreciate it.
Jim, we talked last night a little bit. You're seeing a lot of changes in our industry. What are some things that you're concerned about or excited about?
There's a lot of things that I've been excited about since I took office in January of this year. I've seen a huge, vast improvement in utilizing our natural resources more, especially when it comes to natural gas. I think that some of the initiatives that we've started at the Railroad Commission, the industry has followed very well. I think when we look at some of the things that we could do better in providing fuel for natural gas electrical generation, we're doing that now, and the industry has really come on strong to address, to make sure that doesn't happen again to us here in the state of Texas. And here just locally with seismic activity, we're making great strides in having people that are in the industry volunteer to curtail the amounts that they're injecting into the other underground formations, and that I think has really made vast improvements in just what we've done alone in the last 8 months.
As an operator, Kirk, do you feel like you have the ability to partner with the Railroad Commission and work toward common goals to provide the energy that you do and still be profitable?
Yeah, and again, I think the great thing about our current 3 commissioners, they all get along.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that a lot in the past, and they're educated in our business, and so they do listen to us. And I think the Jim and Wayne and Christy all responded to the seismic activity. It's going on in Midland and Odessa. I mean, we actually had a 3.7 earthquake outside of Midland. People felt it in their homes, and we called these guys up and say, we got problems, and they immediately addressed it. And I think that's what's really cool about how Texas operates. They are firm but fair at the commission, and I think what people don't realize is we as oil companies, we want to steward the environment just as much as all the green people do.
Amen.
And we work that way, and again, we work hand in hand with the commission on getting stuff done.
Well, the seismicity affected us here in Oklahoma, and now you all are coming to terms with the possibilities of changing our operations. So some of the things we talked about last night, that water that's going down hole, well, so far it's just been wasted. That's just something we're not going to utilize. But now we have the technology, the amazing innovation to take that water, recycle it, remediate it, and harvest those the natural resources out of that water, and turn it into something good, iodine, precious metals. So that technology is just going to get better and better and better. And I feel our industry is the best people to take care of that, our engineers and our drive to make the environment better.
Well, too, and I'll say this for Jim, too, the operators now that they got curtailed, they're going to be smart enough to figure out a way to do something with that water. Whether they ship it further away, they space it out in other wells, they do something with it like you're talking about and recycle it and reuse it. We're smart enough in this industry to get those things done, but it just takes a stick sometime and some suggestion to get them to do it. And again, Jim, you might want to talk about flaring, how much we had flaring out here.
Flaring.
You're changing the way we're going to flare here.
Now, one of the things whenever I came into office and I told our staff at the commission is no longer will I approve flaring permits unless they've got some good plan on what they're going to be doing with that gas in the future. So you've seen here lately since our January meeting that we've limited those amounts of times that we're allowing people to flare now. So I think that's gone a long way. It's shown the industry that we're getting serious about utilizing that gas, and I think we're seeing huge improvements in that. You talked about recycling of our produced water earlier. I'm excited to announce that just this year in the legislature, Senator Perry passed a bill that allows commercial recycling and has mandated that we at the commission approve those permits faster so that we can encourage recycling. I've been working with TCEQ here the past couple of months on not only using that as additional frac water that we need in production, but also in possibly in the irrigation side of things. So I think there's going to be some huge improvements in the future as far as utilizing that water.
The technology's there, boys. We can make sure that. I mean, that's the deal. At the end of the day, what the money that's wasted drives us. To help our investors want to see ways we're innovating to bring them back that dollar. Return on investment, so that we have investors in oil and gas. We had a glut for a long time, and then we've had a empty space where investors wanted to come to the table. Now we have ways to go, hey, look, we care about the environment, and we're going to return your money to you and multiply it over and over again.
I think we've got to get a lot smarter in market sustainability.
Yeah.
One of the things in the natural gas that we see is, I don't like the word flared gas. I like to call it stranded gas.
Stranded gas.
But I've gone to the federal side of things to congressmen and asked them if they would consider utilizing that stranded gas for electrical generation, which we need here in Texas, and to see if they wouldn't consider some type of tax incentives for us comparable to the renewables if we do carbon capture technology on producing that electricity. So I'm excited that I think that's moving, and we've had a lot of talk about that from the federal end.
More than ever, Texans, I'm sure you will both feel it, see it in Oklahoma as well. The appetite for understanding where our energy comes from is greater than ever. So, doing stuff like this with you both, I really appreciate it. I hope that we reach people out there that are not. I mean, we love everybody in our industry that watches this. But for those that are outside of our industry, we have really amazing leaders that are really doing everything they can to bring you energy each day. So, always remember when everything you do in your life probably comes from oil and gas if it's made it better. So thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Jim, for what you do. God bless you both, and I appreciate you.
Appreciate
Thanks
you
for
having
being
us.
here.
Thank you.
Kurt, good to see you.
Bye, guys.